Nerd reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? Jean here, and it's time to talk about Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise. And this is the second part of the trilogy, with the first part being Siege and the third part being Kingdom. And with this one, Earthrise, it's the Autobots and their mission to get the Allspark. And the Allspark is somewhere lost in space. And then you have Megatron also trying to figure out a way to get the Allspark and trying to stop Optimus Prime. And it's you got that side, and you got the other side with Cybertron, with Shockwave and the Decepticons versus Alita 1 and her team. I'm more excited about that storyline with the Alita and the team fighting Shockwave, because that was more interesting compared to this journey of Optimus Prime and Megatron, which makes me really sad because I adore Optimus Prime and Megatron. Those are like, Optimus Prime is my favorite Autobot, and Megatron and Starscream are my favorite Decepticons. And to have me more excited about Shockwave and Alita's storyline of them fighting each other on Cybertron, that makes me sad, because this journey of Optimus Prime trying to find the Allspark and Megatron, it just feels like there's a lot of barriers and things slowing down. It kind of feels like filler in a way, but not really. They're still kind of progressing the story, but it's just so many obstacles that you're like, I get it. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the Allspark already, because the whole thing is Optimus Prime is getting stopped by certain things. And one episode, there is a threat that stops him from reaching to that point of the Allspark. And then as he continues, and then you got Megatron and the gang stopping him, and then more things are stopping him. So you're like, oh my God, can this Autobot leader just get to where he's going? It's just like going from door to door to door. It's like playing a dungeon crawler where you're confronted by a bunch of doors just to get to the main mission. And you can have that, right, in stories and games and all that, but it's got to be interesting. And here, I don't think it's interesting anymore because of the Decepticons, Megatron. Like, everything's just one-sided. There's no depth to it because Megatron is evil. He's the leader of the Decepticons, and I'm just annoyed by their actions, by Optimus Prime's actions and Megatron's actions. And the things they do, I just feel like they haven't learned their lesson, and they repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. It's the, like, for example, Optimus Prime, he's the kind of guy that's like, all sentient beings have the right to live, so that's in his core, and he doesn't want to kill. But because of that, the bad guy is always getting away and always tricking Optimus Prime, and Optimus Prime is always getting duped over and over again. And I'm like, Optimus Prime, man, what are you doing? And with Megatron, every time he gets the upper hand, and he does, and he's supposed to be a Decepticon, he's supposed to be ruthless, he always has to have like that last word and that evil villain monologue. And then the good guys, they escape and get away. So it's like this happens over and over again. And I'm like, you guys, what are you guys doing? Just do it. I just want Megatron to just kill and just shut up and shoot and kill. And then for Optimus Prime, just stop being tricked. Stop being so naive. You're supposed to be the leader of the Autobots. There are things that I enjoyed about this. And those things are just, it's just Transformers. These Transformers, they're getting to see them in an animated show. It's always a treat to watch, especially seeing characters that a lot of Transformers fans, they've grown fond of. Like for me, I always like seeing Bumblebee, RC, and I also like, with this one, I think Alita, her character has improved a lot since the first season, because the first season, her role was just the role of just to annoy Optimus Prime and just be the person like to counter him on every decision that he makes. Here, we don't get any of that because she's on her own mission. She's leading her team and on Cybertron, so she doesn't have to deal with that with Optimus Prime. But if we get that later on, I'm not sure if that's going to remain the same. Because for them, with the relationship with Optimus Prime and Alita, they're supposed to be caring about each other, loving about each other. But in the whole season, for the first part of Siege, I did not see that. I don't even understand why they like each other. It just doesn't make sense. And with this one, the other thing that I did like, you get some, like, you've seen the trailer, you get some homages to the Transformers movie. You see a character, I don't want to even say it here, but it's just a certain character from Megatron's future. And also certain lines in the show is very, it's just, certain lines are used to great effect here. That's from the Transformers animated movie. And I love that. That just put a smile on my face. And certain cameos from certain characters I was excited about. I was like, yes, they're here. Oh, this person's here. This person's here. Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise was a disappointment. It was bogged down by the actions of Optimus Prime and Megatron. And it felt like, rinse and repeat. And it was very repetitive. And these characters are making the same mistakes over and over and over again, and it just gets pretty annoying. And the highlight for Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise is the cameos and just the tease that leads up to the third part, which is Kingdom. So yeah, those are my thoughts for this. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you agree with me or disagree with me. But before we end this, I do have a Twitch. You can follow me there, a Discord, and links are in the description below. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.